What up? It's your boy Jay Rumpy from
the last podcast before the world explodes.
All right, let's get serious. This is a disclaimer saying that you're going to see a shit ton of episodes coming out that are just audio only. It doesn't mean that we half-assing this shit, just means we so backlogged, we got to get them bastards out.
Boom, we live. Again, we always live.
They don't know it's from the last time. A splash.
That's right, y'all. So we getting back at it. Yeah. You know, every time we start, there's some action. Getting the microphone right here.
That's what happens when you live next to the dumpsters of life.
There's always people coming to throw shit away next to the place you're chilling.
Dude, there was a game.
Hold up real quick. It's another episode of the last podcast before the world explodes. All right, Tom, that was kind of silly. I know. Oh, Tom, yeah. Later, man. Later. He's out of here. Almost knocked the whole shit over. Okay, so yeah, as soon as we start recording, we get people coming outside. Not that we ashamed or embarrassed, but you know, I don't know.
We're completely nude right now, man. Doesn't matter. We're standing behind about a 5-foot tall safety fence, but we got nothing to hide from the world.
That's right. We broadcast live in the nude.
In the nude. That's what. Actually, we were hoping once we break onto TV, that would be the one thing that differentiates us.
It's so bold. Brave.
Have you ever seen a presidential candidate's nipples?
No.
Every man.
One time I saw Joe Biden's one time.
Every man has nipples. Why would you persecute him?
I'll say Marky Mark's got a third nipple.
Oh,
you know that?
No, I didn't.
You know that, player?
I didn't know it, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens. So yeah, welcome back, everybody. You know, we're live right now. We got literally, I think last time I checked, we had
almost did a fucking Backstreet Boys.
What was that?
Everybody, rock your body. I'm not ashamed to know it because you brought it up. I was actually in a
Backstreet's back. All right.
I was in a weightlifting program before I went into high school, and it happened to be near a stadium where Backstreet Boys was playing, and we were out there
lifting weights to the Backstreet Boys.
We were out there.
Start getting jacked and grabbing butts, man.
No, we were sitting there and we could hear the music playing, and they started playing, and I was like, "That's the Backstreet Boys." And everybody looked at me and was like, "Fuck you, man. You're gay." And I was like, I'm just hip to what's happening.
Dude, I can wear my shit with pride. Let me tell this little story here because it's embarrassing, but I'm not ashamed. You know, when I was a kid, my mom gave me like a Walkman, whatever, you know. Walkman, yeah, you play tapes on it, cassettes on it, you got your little headphones and shit.
Yeah.
And I was all, "Thanks, Mom, yeah!" It was like the coolest shit ever, man. I was probably like 8 or something, or 7 or 8. So I got this electronic piece of hardware to listen to some new music.
Right.
And the only tape she gave me was a Whitney Houston tape, right?
Hey,
don't.
If you gotta start with soul, you start right.
You start at the top, baby. But I love Whitney Houston. She's the best to ever sing the national anthem. Her voice is the fucking shit. I think she's like the gold standard. She is the bar. Hands down, she's the bar.
What a bitch, man.
And if you're going to say otherwise,
this motherfucker got a Whitney.
Your ass, man.
He's walking down the street.
You know how many dudes' asses I kicked over at Whitney Houston, man?
Listening to Whitney Houston. And I bet you were unsolicited. You were probably stopping people on the street being like, look,
Yeah.
Whitney Houston doesn't need your favor, man.
Doesn't need your approval. The greatest, okay? Greatest. Look her up. You ever heard of her?
Okay, so you
I was
got...
just driving. I'm stopped at an intersection. Yeah, it's Whitney Houston. I'm listening to her.
So you got your Walkman and you got your tape.
And-
Couple bow ties in your hair. You're walking down the street.
Oh yeah, it was giddy.
So what happened then?
I remember it was the only tape I had. I'm not making excuses, but I'm stating a fact.
Yeah.
And I remember we were driving out, living here in San Antonio. My grandparents, they had property out in Medina Valley.
Right.
And this was when I was a kid, and I'm 35. So when I was like 5, 6, 7, this shit was really different out there, you know?
Country.
We take like a 40-minute drive from our house where we lived out to Medina Valley to get there.
Well, people in Texas drive 40 minutes to get anywhere, so...
But this is
But
starting
back
going.
in
This
the
is starting to
day,
get out
yeah.
into rolling fields, no traffic lights, just really dark as fuck out there. Like you felt like, oh my gosh, if our car broke down out here, there's like no one around. It's crazy.
It's pretty safe. It's just you have to walk 30 miles.
Yeah, to get somewhere.
It's like it's a physical like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
we gotta walk 30 miles.
And there's always people driving on the road, so they'll stop. But
So it's
still,
a pretty safe place.
It's. I'm not saying it's dangerous, but I just remember.
You're kind of describing a wonderland.
I'm just saying it was different. It was different. Like how it applies to the story is.
I got you. You're out in dark ass country.
Yes. I'm not looking at billboards and movie theaters.
There's none of that.
It's just dark, light. Street light would go by like every 15 seconds, I think it was, right?
Yeah, it's just your headlights.
Yeah, exactly. And you gotta try not to hit deer, but you can't really see because it's so dark.
And they're so fast.
So my parents are driving out there, and I'm in the back, and I'm like, let me listen to my shit. Oh, and I listened to the whole fucking CD, and I don't even, or the tape, not even CD, the whole tape, and I don't even know what the name of the tape was, and this is where I have to admit it and wear it with pride, man. The song I loved most, that I listened to most, that I rocked out to the most, was her fucking... I'm every woman. It's all it goes. Anything you want done, baby, can do it naturally.
Oh shit.
Oh.
You sang a lot more of the chorus than I expected.
Yeah. So I be jamming out.
I mean, you're not physically a woman, so.
It's all
So wait a minute. Are you parodying woman? By
No.
not being a woman?
See, when I was that young listening to it,
You
it
know-
was just a catchy ass tune,
You
man.
know what
I
you
was bopping and
You know where you were locked into was not the...
being a free woman.
No.
Oh.
You weren't locked into the psychological, like, difference between man and woman as interpreted through socio-accepted music. You were feeling rhythm.
I was feeling the energy of the song.
If she was like, I'm a tamale, you would have been like, I'm a fucking tamale.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, exactly.
you were just feeling the ass rhythm, man.
Exactly. And it happened to be, looking back on it, and I'm like, I like this song really a whole lot. That was, I'm every woman. Anything you want done, baby, I can do it naturally.
Okay, now. All right, now wait a minute.
I looked you right in the eyes and sang that, man, and said, hey.
At this
little
point,
eyebrow action.
I just want to say
We're still nude.
I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed at this point. You felt it?
Man, it's kind of weird when I'm the only one that's naked, man.
That was a little too. So what you're saying is you identified with the lyrics as a young child. You felt identification with the liberation of a woman proclaiming.
No, I didn't even really pay attention to the lyrics.
I had my pants off at the time too. I just.
So what if I was wearing my mom's shoes when I was dancing?
Dude, I think about that stuff. I think about that like when Shania Twain came out.
Yeah.
Like
Man, I feel like a woman.
I demanded. Well, no, that wasn't even her
Is
first
that her?
song. Yeah.
That was another one I love, man, being about that women.
No, that was later. That was
still, every time it's a song about being a woman, I just go nuts.
I'm gonna prove to you. The hit off of this song, off of her first CD was, "Whose bed have your boots been under?" Boom.
I don't know that shit.
Yeah, I know you don't know because you're not deep country.
I'm not deep country, man.
But I was like, damn. I was like 10. I was like, we gotta get this girl's album. And she was the foxiest lady I had ever seen up to that point. And the music video for "Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under?"
Yeah.
She's hopping around in a
bourbon just like that, man.
In a crushed velvet skirt, like in a skin tight. And I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Holy shit! Like that White Snake video.
And then
I throw her hair.
But then I was
about to do it.
And I was like, I was listening to this woman's music off of her raw womanhood and sexuality.
Yeah. And
then still to this day, I'm like, I wonder if my dad thought I was gay because I was like, let's get that Shania Twain. But damn,
no doubt. I'm just a girl in this world. I listen to them back to back, man. Man, I feel like a woman. I'm just a girl. I'm every woman. I make a playlist. I drink some beers.
When I was 10,
I listen to them on repeat.
I was really into woman's liberation. I didn't realize.
It was a really, really important time of my life.
It was way before Me Too.
You know what started it, man? After I got that Walkman, one of the next tapes I ever got was Ace of Base. You know what I'm saying?
Ace of Base is the shit.
Hell yeah. I would say, if you were a dude and you didn't buy like no Ace of Base cassette, you were an idiot.
Nah, you know what's weird?
Was it still kind of frowned upon? Like, why are you buying that Ace of Base, dude?
Nah, I'll tell you why Ace of Base is cool. Because Ace of Base starts with, it's got 2 female singers.
Yep.
And I think the dudes sing at some point. But at the first fucking like 10 seconds of the sign, the girl is like, the blonde girl's like, ba 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 ba, but then the bass girl is like, like she sings this fucking like feminine like fucking rock kind of like vibe, like.
Really?
It's in the first 10 seconds, and she's like, It's like it's just kind of in the background, and I was like, holy shit, that's sex on tape.
I gotta listen closer because I know it starts like, ba 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 ba.
And then the girl starts. She not the basser girl starts with this fucking
and those all
Well, I think that's the one you're referencing. I think that's what we're talking about.
We gotta listen to Ace of Base again, remastered.
When I was 10, I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
This female singer is channeling her sexuality
in my bedroom
into these 3 notes, and I fucking understand it.
So I just listened to that one part for hours, man.
Dude, actually, I'm glad we talked about it because the 90s, because I grew up through the 90s, and it's weird, dude. I feel like they were the last decade.
I can see that.
After
the 2000s weren't as cool.
It was like a mist, right? It was like a weird shit coming out of everywhere.
Here's something random, but it might apply. Does the 90s, does Elvira apply to the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Or is she 80s too?
She's 80s, 90s.
Okay. Because for some reason when we were talking about Ace of Base, I imagined Elvira up there saying...
She was still in there, yeah. When I was listening...
Like, shit, I would listen to that band, man.
When I was listening to Ace of Base, it had only been a couple years since I had seen Elvira movies on TV. So, yeah.
I'll tell my wife this. I ain't afraid. I'll tell her straight up. Elvira was one of my first crushes for sure. Ooh. Like she was, whew. And then I saw pictures when I was young. I also saw pictures of her because she's got red hair, orange, redhead.
I take my gum out. God damn.
And I was like, man, she's really pretty as a redhead. It's almost like, still, Elvira was my crush. There it is, y'all. If you don't know who Elvira is, if you don't know who Elvira is, then fuck you.
I've never seen it. I've never seen her as a redhead.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd seen it. I forgot where.
But there is a movie where Katie Sagal.
Is it like Steven Seagal's sister?
No.
Hey, me and my brother will kick your ass.
It's Peg Bundy.
Oh, Peg Bundy is Katie Oh.
Yeah. There's a.
I guess I always thought it was Seagal, I guess. She's also, what's her face from Futurama?
Yeah. Leela.
But
there's a movie scene where she's topless.
That's cool that we talk about Leela, because now I can put it on the thumbnail when we do
Leela,
whatever one.
yeah.
So we'll put Leela in there and Peg Bundy too. I'll put in
Futurama, dude.
Okay.
You know what you gotta put up on there is that fucking Fry's dog.
Fry's dog.
Yeah. You don't even know, man.
A dog? An actual dog.
I'm interested to how this is gonna play out on the visuals.
Not an actual dog.
Yeah. You don't even know, man.
I see the thing that Leela got, that like
No.
the little thing wearing the diaper that could eat like whole
What is that? Nibbler.
Nibbler, yeah.
No, that's Nibbler.
Was this like in the later seasons? Because I didn't see the later seasons of Futurama.
Oh shit! All right, everybody. Okay,
You're
well,
motherfucker, hold on. It was in the inaugural season.
no, Futurama was weird because it had like 3 fucking finales. It got canceled, renewed. But this is, regardless of that. Oh shit! I almost feel bad, dude. This is the saddest episode of Futurama you never knew about, man.
I didn't. Did what? Yeah.
It's an episode of Futurama that will literally make you cry by the end.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't even want to tell you about it, dude. People who are listening to this, who have seen it, are like...
Don't talk about it,
Don't talk about it. I know what you're
Don't even put a picture up, please. Then people can just YouTube it. Fry's dog, alright? That's enough.
No, that is enough, because they'll know. Like,
I'll go look it up on my own.
You'll cry, dude.
Okay. So we're talking about the 90s then. I'll cry later tonight.
No, it's good. It's funny.
I'll cry on my way home.
Because Futurama is a weird fucking TV show. They hit after The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah.
But they weren't.
Oh, yeah.
As impactful. Fucking little bit of Bender.
Right? That was kind of it, right? I don't know.
It sounded enough like him. I knew what you were doing, yeah.
I don't know what he says.
Oh, it's gonna kill you.
But I love
that episode.
Dude. Because I always identified with Bender. Oh, I shouldn't say this.
Because he's Mexican.
No, because his full name is Bender Bending Unit Rodriguez.
Yeah, don't say it.
Yeah, so I just thought that was a cool name. You know?
Bender is a cool name, man. That way. That episode.
Well, I'm stoned. right?
Sounds like him. I don't want you to do any more because you have to do like a loud voice to do them.
Yeah. I've never worked on a Bender. I wish I could do a Bender thing. Like I want to do a Bender voice like so bad.
See, you know,
like I saw real quick. I saw a guy that DiMaggio. Oh, we saw it, right? You saw DiMaggio, the guy who does Bender's voice.
Yeah.
I saw a video where he was like watching people's impressions of Bender and then other stuff that he does impressions of, and he was giving them ratings and stuff. Like, I'd like to get a solid ass Bender impression going so I could send it to him and be like, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
You gotta work on it.
Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go.
Tell me when to
Tell
go.
me when to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go.
And old Faith.
Flexing on you.
Getting out of my hood.
Tell me when to go. Get on out of here. If you haven't seen the annual video yet,
they'll see it.
Guys, you need to go watch it. It's up on the channel. It's the real ass nature, or it's just the funny. I forgot what I titled it. Funny Lizard Showdown. I just want people to watch it because that was so cool. Nipsey. Man, I miss Nipsey. I still miss Tupac. I don't know if I miss Biggie, man. I miss Biggie. I'm kidding, man. East Coast, West Coast.
Dude,
don't mean no harm.
Tupac was the greatest, though, man.
Tupac would make you want to get up and jump through a plexiglass window.
That shit sucks, dude. Time sucks. Dude, the universe is not with us, man. You know that they call it that 27 curse?
Yeah. Jim Morrison.
Jimi Hendrix.
Was Tupac 27?
I don't know. But him and...
That'd be a fun fact. I'm going to put it... When Tupac died, he was this old. Right now, bing! I don't know what it is, but if it's 27, then holy shit.
According to the first responder at Vlad TV...
Well, I just got to make sure we still recording, player. Okay, we good.
The Tupac's last words were he was like, "Are you okay? Can you respond?" And Tupac looked up at him and was like, "Fuck you." And you can look it up on Vlad TV. He's got this whole interview about it, but
like
man.
Fuck you, you did this to me or something?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Or fuck you, I'm dying, idiot, shut up.
It's one of
What
those.
the fuck, look at me.
If you were 14, you would probably think, cool. But I don't know, man.
Who's 14?
No, if you heard it and you were 14, you would probably think...
That was against your way for Tupac to go.
Yeah.
Like some stupid shit like that?
When you get older, it gets into some existential shit.
Like...
Maybe he was like...
You too, Brutus?
Hey, too, Brute.
Hey, too.
Hey, too.
Fuck you. You serious? It was you, idiot. You did...
He starts coughing out like... Because of... socioeconomical discrimination in the 50s and 60s, a gap has been driven between me, a young black man, and you. It's my liver.
We're all fucking joking about Tupac's last words. What the fuck? God bless you, Tupac.
Okay, if I don't know, dude,
yeah, mama.
the guy who admitted to it, Keefe D on Vlad TV. I don't know if I believe that.
Didn't he die recently?
I don't know about that.
Keefe D on Vlad TV. Did he die recently? You see, man, I'm rapping for Death Row, man. Shit.
I don't know if he did or didn't, but it's almost, I don't know. Who knows? It's a mystery.
It's a desert's mystery. Every time we drink beers on the 80s. Or is that 90?
Desert's mystery.
It's a desert's mystery.
That's making me think of Sting's Desert Rose, not an 80s song.
Oh, what? I was doing that Gregorian chant song.
Yeah,
from the 90s.
I don't know. That kind of caught me off.
Hey, man, don't disrespect me, okay? Don't disrespect me when I'm singing my songs.
I was gonna play this song from the Deep Cover soundtrack.
The hell's Deep Cover?
God damn it! It's like Deep Cover is a movie from the early '90s that had Lawrence Fishburne.
Holy shit! I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, Lawrence Fishburne.
We getting Lawrence Fishburne up on that thumbnail now.
Yeah.
His ass will be right up there next to Leela from Futurama.
And it's weird, dude. So that's a movie that anybody can look up, you know. And
Deep Cover.
Yeah, Deep Cover. It's in straight
What
up.
is okay? So what's the premise of this movie, or do we need to know? Because I've never seen this. It sounds pretty cool, though, man.
Lawrence Fishburne is a cop who goes into quote unquote deep cover.
Okay.
For like, you know, illicit activities.
He joined the Hells Angels.
He goes undercover.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's referenced in Straight Outta Compton.
Okay.
Because Dr. Dre does a song for the soundtrack.
For Deep Cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but anyway, I'm going to play this song that's off of that soundtrack.
Damn, I don't know why my phone keeps going off like this. We're still recording. I just want to make sure, so I keep checking. So, wait, real quick, is Larry Fishburne, is he a gangster, gangbanger in this film?
No, he plays
Like a good guy, like trying to lead them to...
He plays a cop who goes undercover.
Oh, okay, okay, sorry. I'm a little buzzed, guys. I just wanted to make him reiterate, because, you know, when you Buzz Lightyear making an appearance again.
Yeah, so no, he's...
okay, so he goes deep undercover, yeah.
Okay. But
he's undercover as a gangster.
Yeah, and actually it's got Jeff Goldblum in it.
Is Jeff Goldblum a gangster too?
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum and Lawrence Fishburne are like about that life. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
yo, did you just look at me?
Well, it's like a 90s movie. Like, it is.
Does any one of them wear a bandana across their head?
No, they
Okay.
are suit and tie type motherfuckers.
Okay, so continue then, because I thought you were talking about like gangsters, like you know, Jeff Goldblum is rolling like mayo with the Crenshaw the Crenshaw Kings or whatever. Mayo, you remember that?
This is like L.A. This is like 91 Los Angeles big money
Okay.
type movie.
Okay.
But anyway, from the soundtrack of the movie comes this song that I'm gonna play. It's unbelievable.
Okay.
So just check it out, and I guess I'll put it down by that. I hope we can hear it, but primarily we'll get your response afterwards.
This is the Ice Cube song?
No, it's not Ice Cube. Actually, I don't even know who.
This is Jeff Goldblum singing.
There's actually no words.
Best kind.
It's an instrumental.
So what do you want me to do with this song? Just hear it?
Just hear it and tell your reaction.
All right, guys, here we go. I've never heard this. And the Wizards are fighting again. Sorry. Yeah.
Wait for the synthesizer. It's coming back. Hold on.
From the what? Turn my headphones up.
Okay, so what do you think about that, man?
Yo, that's pretty chill, man. I was waiting to
You
leave.
see that? Look, I mean, it's on YouTube. It's the deep cover.
Michel Colombier.
Colombier.
I was waiting for Ice Cube to start rapping, man.
It's just the instrumental, but it is fucking dope.
Nah, that's pretty cool, man.
It's like sitting in like a room filled with blue light in the late 90s. Some shit's going on outside, and you're just jamming.
That's pretty
cool,
cool.
man.
That's chill.
It's chill.
Yeah.
See, that's part of the reason. I don't know, dude. I think after the 90s, shit kind of ended. Time kind of went on like a...
Yeah.
Time kind of went on like... Because it's weird, dude. After you had the
Were we talking about that on this one or the last one?
I don't know.
Okay. So it's 70s, what? 70s, 80s?
We had the
60s, 50s?
Yeah,
I don't know much about the 40s and 30s.
Well, no, but
I know like the 19s, like 1910, 12, 1915, 1918. You know.
Oh, so you want to go deep into like 1918?
1909, VDB penny was one of the most expensive rare pennies.
I mean, like...
But I don't know anything about the 30s, 40s.
70s. Well...
50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, 50s to 90s had... Every decade...
They had their own feel, their own...
And that shit ended in the...
And now it's like, after the 90s, it was like white 2K, 2000s. And then now, what is it, the 2010s? That doesn't really work. The 20-teens, 2020s, it's like all now just a...
Well, it's not even that. It's just there was no significant change. Like when 2010 went into 2011, it wasn't like the 80s into the 90s. There was no change.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Like even in music, like we were talking with other podcasts, like you could tell the progression going back to like the early, 1940s and 50s, like people were playing like very simple electric or acoustic, and then they started messing with the amps and stuff and just the guitars themselves, and you start getting different sounds, and then like then the 70s tried to play off the 60s, and the 80s found like synthesizers and were like, we're going with the synthesizer shit, fuck y'all. Then the 90s came around and was like, we want that grunge rock again because we missed it,
But see, now that changes my whole perspective. I thought bands, when I was growing up, I thought bands formed and they were like, all right, let's sing songs. But now, when I look back on like all the shit I've heard about music, like Korn has a documentary about how they're kind of real like heavy bass, heavy rock.
Yeah.
Like started kind of influencing shit, and I don't know, dude. It seems like just more people are copying each other.
With what?
Musical styles.
There's nothing definitive from decade to decade, you're saying, anymore because of that?
Well, it's kind of like, all right, like the Who.
Yeah, man, it was dubstep, man. Don't you forget about dubstep.
No, it's that type of shit. It's creating a new sound. Like the Who came up with kind of a new sound, and Led Zeppelin was different from the Who, and it got all the way up to Korn, and
then it just died with Korn, man.
Well, actually, what I'm asking is like, when you go into that band like mentality, when you're like in a garage with a band, all Korn did to make itself different from Led Zeppelin was change shit on the amp, make the bass real gritty and real heavy.
You got your own little shtick.
So what I was wondering is, how easy is it to make a new sound?
It's not that easy.
But then, how do people do it?
It's not that easy.
So do you think like the dudes in Korn stumbled across their sound?
Mm-hmm. No, they was their sound of it from the get-go, or they tweaked it and didn't like conform to certain things.
But like when you were playing in bands and shit, did you ever like
I was just thinking that.
Did you ever sit there and like tweak your amp and shit?
No, but with us, we had a weird ass way of writing songs that was very unconventional, but it could rock the fuck out. But we didn't do normal like intro, melody, coda. We'll do the melody again, outro, kind of, different kind of the bridge and all that shit. We didn't conform to that. It was just more like we would write shit and then we would follow something far enough and then it would like break off into something else.
I'm talking about.
Well, I'm just saying that it was an unconventional style that, looking back, if we would have perfected that style and just like gotten our shit down, people would have listened to it, years later.
Well, no,
if we had it from, solid from bottom to top, and they would have been like, man, you just never gave up on your sound because that is so different and so weird. People don't do it like that. And
no,
we knew it was different, but we just never stopped doing it the way
What I'm talking about is like, because I'm a non-musical person essentially, and it's almost like you can go into like, all right, you learn how to play the bass.
Yeah.
You learn how to play the guitar.
Okay.
And then on your stair ride to being Led Zeppelin, all you do is fuck with your amp to figure out, like, everybody can play the guitar.
Not like them though.
No, I mean there's like
Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones or
fuck that. Anything.
They're one in a dozen, or one in a dozen, not a dime a dozen.
Dime a dozen.
Not a dime a dozen. They're one in a dozen. Like they're 1 in 100, I'd say probably. I'd say Jimmy Page and them, they're in the top 10 out of 100, whatever, guitar players.
Yeah.
Like, they're talents that you don't come across that can shred and carry the load like that. That not only do you have a really strong guitar player like him,
I think you can.
but he can solo like that, but you got the strong ass bass player to back his ass up under there. And then not only that, the drummer is tied to that bass player like a fucking stink on shit, man.
Nah, dude, imagine if we took NASA. Imagine if we took rock and roll as serious as we take NASA, and
drawing up schematics. And
No.
This rocks because of this.
No,
we followed the formula.
Everybody gets a chance at electric guitar or shit like that. Like, you open up,
like, everyone in the world has to like pick one and
Jimmy
try.
Page and Robert Plant were like super driven.
Yeah,
and
there's so many Michael Jordans that never pick up a basketball.
Exactly.
There's so many John Bonhams that don't pick up a drumstick.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're right.
So what weirds me out is when they actually changed the sound of music.
They were that good though, dude. But see those bands?
But it's not just them.
It is just them.
Nah.
It's also what they chose to build off of. You have to have a foundation of, like, they were looking at old bands like Robert Johnson, Blind Lemon Jefferson, Howlin' Wolf. You know, a lot of they stole all that shit. They stole all that shit, man. Like, seriously, if I was like Blind Lemon Jefferson, I'd be like, hey, man,
where's my money?
If I was Howlin' Wolf's parents, I'd be like, or grandchildren, I'd be like, hey, you fucking hear that? Because Howlin' Wolf.
Do you ever listen to the fucking... Damn, there's one song by the Animals. Do you ever listen to Animals?
I know, like, there is a house in New Orleans.
Well, yeah. No.
You got Smokestack Lightning.
You gotta listen to the Animals, and it's...
No, that's the Yardbirds. That's the Yardbirds. My bad.
The Ballad of Bo Diddley.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
And he starts singing, and he's like, all right, this is when we, as a bunch of English guys, met Bo Diddley. And he starts singing this. It's like a play, dude. He talks about, like, they're at a club, and Bo Diddley walks in with his sister, and, like, they sit down, and, like, they listen to fucking the Animals play, and the chorus is bum 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 bum. Hey, Bo Diddley. Bam, 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 bam. It's fucking cool.
Hey, Bo Diddley.
He lays out this whole thing of, like, Bo Diddley listening to these white boys doing his music, and it's cool as shit, man. It's called The Ballad of Bo Diddley by the Animals.
I'll check it out.
Everybody better check it out.
When Bo Diddley heard about it and liked it?
He apparently liked it. He walked into a club, he saw their stuff, and he was like, they're alright. And that was it.
Okay.
And by him saying they're alright,
he walked in and said, shit.
Have you heard it?
I probably have.
I don't know if you've heard it, dude. It's pretty deep in there.
No. I was thinking...
But there's some...
I was thinking of that stupid song, I want candy.
No, it's that same fucking...
I want candy. Hey, Bo Diddley.
It's that same melody, dude. Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm not wrong. So excuse you, good sir.
Hey, I didn't say you had it wrong, man.
Oh, I never said anything about being wrong. I'm just saying. Sometimes
I just thought
gentlemen need to be excused.
Fool.
I excused myself of my balderdash.
That's alright, man. I just thought you were working for the man.
Oh, real quick. Okay, there it is.
Now let's hear the story of Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley.
The rock and roll scene in general. Bo Diddley was born in Ellis McDaniels in a place called Macomb, Mississippi, about 1926.
People. We have a lot of
He
people
moved to
there.
Chicago.
Oh, we're gonna blow up and get a live audience, man.
Alright, that's all I'm gonna play of it. It's a Ballad of Bo Diddley. I started playing it
Dude.
And me and Rumpy started dancing
When
wildly.
we blow up and we got our own, like we said, I haven't even been watching Joe Rogan or nothing lately. But whenever we get our shit going, we got the videos going and we got our setup, our studio, man cave shit. And we got our third person, our Jamie or whatever. They can just look shit up for us and put shit up. We'll be talking like that. He'll put up the Bo Diddley song as we're singing. Yeah. Me and you will just get up and start doing our fucking thing, and then the whole fucking world will be like, whoa. I'm so glad they're not just the audio podcast, because these motherfuckers are entertainers. Like, they're entertaining.
I'm not trying to speed us up and slow Joe Rogan down, but I feel like after you discover when you discover his podcast, it's like crazy. Mm-hmm. But now I've been listening to his podcast for maybe 2 years.
Too, about
year and a half, 2 years.
Me too, about, yeah.
And you listen to the Prime shit.
It
really slows down, dude. He doesn't have any more Randall Carlson breaks. He doesn't have any more Jordan, whatever his name is. You know who I'm talking about.
I know what you're saying.
The dude who's really big on the theories of like what's his name? Fucking A. Graham Peterson.
Oh yeah, Graham Hancock.
Graham Hancock.
All of them, dude.
He had a big explosion with that shit, and then there's no follow up.
Dude, what I'm telling you, like the same kind of shit. He should get this guy Laird Scranton on the fucking podcast.
You trying to bring it back to The Office?
No, Laird Scranton is a guy who's talking about that Dogan people that we still haven't even gotten into them. But I know what you're saying. Like, I was fucking fascinated because they had some fucking knockout podcasts. And even one where it was like, I listened to one like with Robert Downey Jr. for a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, this motherfucker really is a little too full of himself. I'm gonna turn your fucking ass off. But there's other ones that are kind of interesting, but lately, I haven't felt compelled to watch any certain video. I haven't seen anything stand out like, shit, I need to watch that one. And, like, he's kind of fallen off a little bit. Because, like you said, just the Randall Carlson, the Laird Hamilton. Get Laird Scranton on there. Get fucking... There's doctors and scientists and just fucking astrophysicists that'll fucking talk about crazy shit. Let's get it going. Yeah. But... he settles for comedians that he knows, and that's fine and stuff, you know. How many times do I really want to hear about fucking Bert Kreischer and stuff like that? Bert Kreischer, you know, he's kind of funny, his latest special, but I'm not all about him. Tom Segura, like, he's kind of funny, but I think there's too much fucking hype. I don't think he's that fucking funny. I don't. Yeah. But just, he keeps recycling all of them when we want it to be like a full-blown, like, fucking... Nova documentary kind of thing. Yeah. Like, let's jump into what are we jumping into next, Joe Rogan? Pull out the fucking shamans and the witch doctors and the fucking, Amazon and shit.
8,000-year-old theories.
Yeah, let's then. He doesn't keep it consistent with that, and that's what we want. And that's what we can be when we start being the next format as far as us getting legit with guests and stuff.
We got to start doing geological digs.
And we're going to start smashing rocks I'm going to start bringing rocks over. We're going to start smashing them on the podcast and showing the results at the end of the podcast. We're going to get the Mesoamerican pottery. We're going to get that Macua wheat, the Aztec obsidian sword. We're going to have all kinds of cool merch. We're going to have shirts. We're going to have clothing. We're going to be the characters. We're going to be...
got to figure out how to carbon date onyx.
Oh, shit. We're gonna give it a crack, man. The old college try.
Volcanic flow, man.
I'll give it a shot, man. I'll try anything twice.
you know I'll go to Rikers to prove the point.
Where that onyx at, man? I mean, shit. But we will blow up, dude. I'm not pushing this on social media or on YouTube.
Get some of my gum, man.
All right, I would say we probably got to get wrapping it up because my if you want to go, I can take a quick commercial break for Nutrageous.
Outrageous.
Go do it, man. Oh, you're getting your gum. So
Orange hole.
Orange hole. Perfect segue, player. All right. So as we wrapping it up here, because I got to get going. It's late. But this is a moment from our sponsors, Nicotine and Nutrageous Gum. You put 2 pieces of nicotine gum in a king-size Nutrageous and eat the whole fucking thing. And see what fucking happens to you, motherfucker. Hey, Tom, get out of here, Tom. Seriously. I know we talking about nicotine and Nutrageous shit. Oh, he comes around looking for that shit. So either way, big shout out to Nicotine Nutrageous hooking us up with the sponsorship, the technology, paying for our fees and our fines. For us, bailing us out of jail whenever we get a little too crazy on that peanut powder. But we couldn't do it without you guys. So, Nicotine and Nutrageous, we love you.